Okay, here we go. There's another quick revision video. This time is going to show you how to do a Part 1D question. Okay, so at this point in the exam, you will have probably been quite into it. You would have had a look at your first few sources, so I'll just give you a little second to catch up to that point. So what I'm going to flash up first of all is what the actual 1D question is. Alright, so here's the question. Public health has improved at different times for different reasons. Why was this? Alright, explain your answer using A, B, C in your own knowledge. So first of all, we need to familiarise ourselves with A, B and C. So I'm just going to flash them up. What I'd urge you to do is press pause when you see a new source and just have a quick look at it and basically try and figure out what it means. Okay, so you've probably done that now. So source A shows cramped housing. It shows poverty. And really we see the 19th century here, the link between poverty and ill health. There's going to be a poor water supply here. The sewers are not necessarily going to have not be particularly good sewers. Okay, there's going to be cesspits still around. So we're going to have quite a lot of ill health. Okay, source B we have here, we have some Roman latrines, so we have toilets. Therefore, we have evidence of flowing water. We know that these would be built specifically for the army so they could remain in good sanitary conditions. Okay, and source C we have here, we have a woman throwing out waste from a house onto the street, even though it gets pretty near those passers-by. Okay, that waste would be coming straight out of a privy. Okay, and therefore would be absolutely disgusting. Okay, privies did exist, so some sort of toilets, but they're only emptied every 2 years. Okay, therefore people like this housewife here would be forced to do things like chuck it straight out on the street. Right, so the question you're being asked about this, and we've already gone through. 1D will always be a factors question. Okay, why is it improved at different times and for different reasons? We're really thinking about our factors. Now, all of you, I'm sure, will know them, but here's another little opportunity to press pause and see if you can remember what the factors are, perhaps thinking about which ones might be most relevant in this question. Okay, so here's the kind of main factors that we've been dealing with: science and technology, war, government, individuals, communication, attitudes and belief, and chance. Now, you can use any of those in a 1D question, and I guess the kind of key skill to it is thinking about which ones are kind of most effective. Alright, so this is our question again, just to remind you. We just need to think which one of those factors, or which 3 or 4 really of those factors, would help us explain public health's improvement or public health decline at different times. I guess my hot tip for any question on public health, it's highly likely that governments are going to be involved. With every single part of this course, there's individuals that are going to be involved as well. You guys know the individuals so well from doing all that revision on them. Okay, so they could be 2 good ones to use in pretty much any question on public health. I guess the other thing you need to do to tackle this question is this. So this is the kind of link of ingredients. You need to talk about several factors. Well, I've just given you a couple, probably just need one more. At some point, you need to show that there's connections between the factors. Okay, so you may talk about the government being pressurized by individuals like Edwin Chadwick. Okay, you also need to at some point make a judgment about the relative importance. So is government more important than individuals? Is science and technology more important than chance? Okay, and then come to some sort of conclusion at the end which sums up your kind of argument. So you've seen the kind of ingredients of a good question then. Here are the kind of steps to perhaps writing one. Right? This isn't the only method, but this is perhaps one you could use. So if you've got your own idea, go for that. If you're struggling thinking, how on earth do you set about doing this question, here's a good idea. So step 1, pick 3 factors. Kind of given you 2, but think about which ones might be important. Now take each factor and kind of write a paragraph explaining how that brought about change. But to get those links in, you must make sure you link to another factor within that paragraph. I guess then the third step is to write a conclusion explaining which one out of the ones you've chosen is the most important and why. Do all of those things and there's no reason you can't get full marks on this question. Alright, so what I'd suggest you do now is either go back to a question slide and press pause, and then basically have a quick go at this question. So I'll just click onto one now just to finish. Okay, there's the question again. Go for it. Good luck.